we saw this being posted by Dan Rossini that the Niners have begun contract negotiations with Brock Purdy's agent, and they feel like the deal could be completed soon. What's your take on this? Do you think this deal gets done sooner rather than later, or is this going to drag on to mini camp and all that?
Dude, I've been talking about this for weeks now, and I felt like I'm trying to convince almost everybody that I've streamed with about this, and nobody seemed to see it the same way. Now, my whole point is that what is the deadline for Brock Purdy's contract? Okay, some people are like, well, you got to get it done before the season starts. Well, no shit. Thanks for that. Other people are saying, hey, you got to get it done by training camp. But come on, this is a quarterback. This is your starting quarterback.
He's got to be there the whole way through.
Your starting quarterback can't roll out there in training camp. He's got to be there when you install everything in mini camp. So then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? They badly need a receiver, and there aren't any receivers in the draft. So if they're going to get anybody in free agency, they're going to have to get that done with Brock Purdy by the beginning of free agency. So I put March 12th down as what I think the deadline was. I've been talking about it for about a month now, and nobody agreed. I mean, I seriously asked everybody, hey, do you think? I kind of think the deadline's March 12th. Other people are like, well, no, it's probably more like May. It's probably more like the mini camp after the draft and this and that. And I'm like, well, dude, how are you going to go sign a significant receiver that you desperately need if you don't even know what you're going to pay your quarterback? So I would say March 1st is probably the unofficial deadline. Get it done with about a week to go before free agency when the agents really start to hammer down on these agreements, and then hit free agency running, sign your T. Higgins or your Drew Dahlman or whatever. I really think that the best way to handle free agency is the way the Packers did this last year. The Packers usually don't sign a lot of free agents, but this year they signed two. Xavier McKinney, who wound up being absolutely amazing for them, and Josh Jacobs, who was equally amazing. And I think the 49ers ought to copy that approach, which is build through the draft, get your guys in the draft or as undrafted free agents. But go get one or two pieces in free agency. And if it was me, my one or two pieces would be T. Higgins on offense and maybe a Drew Dahlman, but maybe a fast linebacker, maybe a Sherwood, maybe a Willie Gay, maybe even a free safety if because I don't love the free safety class. Maybe a corner, maybe a DJ Reed, but I think I would go after like two. If I could get T. Higgins and DJ Reed, let's just say on the perimeter, two free agents, and then do the rest in the draft.
Yeah.
No, but that means get Purdy's deal done by definitely by March 12th. But
and that makes sense.
Get it done by March 1st, which would be
that makes sense.
That would be in line with what her report was today, which is that they think the deal's going to get done soon. It's February the 9th. That soon, I'd say, is a month, and that is perfectly in line with exactly what I've been saying, which is get it done before free agency, so that if you want T. Higgins, you can go sign him. Because how do you sign T. Higgins if you don't have a starting quarterback under contract?
Yeah.
Why is a receiver going to roll the dice on his career? He may be catching passes from Tanner Mordecai for all he knows. He's not going to sign, and you're not going to be able to get that receiver unless you have the money and unless you know who your quarterback is. So to me, both of those things point to Brock's contract gets done before free agency.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want more of this content, then check out some of these recommended videos right here on your screen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so by going to my website, which is nicotina.net, and there are memberships available under DreArea Sports.